Hey guys, so you are about to witness part one of my second painting ever. This is my second time ever painting a picture aside from like elementary school art class, but as you see I have like a sketched out body that I sketched really quickly, and I'm actually going to turn the picture upside down just because the direction of my brush strokes and where I wanted to start with my shadow, it just worked better that direction. And I'm taking my darkest color here and I am starting to just add like the shadows, and you're gonna see what I mean by that once we get closer to the end. Being new at painting, I am learning so far that things are definitely going to look worse before they look better. So yeah, just bear with me here. Things are gonna kind of come together as we get towards the end. This isn't going to be a tutorial. I'm not going to talk through the whole video. For the most part, it's just something for you to watch, relax as I speed through this painting, and some music plays, and I'll jump in every now and then just to narrate along with what I'm doing. This painting process is extremely experimental for me. This isn't anything, like I said, it's only my second time doing something like this. So, you know, I am learning in terms of how to blend my colors, color placement, the order of operations of things. For example, with this painting, I definitely should have done the background first. You are going to see the background come together in part 2 of this painting video. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy things like this, and I'll definitely go ahead and get part 2 of it out. So if you can't tell already, I'm basically just putting the darkest color, which is actually a very dark brown. I know it may look a little black on your screen, but it's dark brown, and I'm using this as like the shadowed parts of the body because essentially it's supposed to portray like, you know, light in front, and you're getting like a rear view of the body. So of course you're gonna have the parts that are darker and some parts that are lighter, but you'll see me mix some lighter paint here in a minute. So I pretty much have all the shadows that I want. I know it looks very rough, but basically right now I'm taking a lighter brown paint and I am going to create the lighter color that is going to go in with this. And I took, I believe it's a little bit of yellow ochre, and I forget the name of the medium brown color, but as you see here, I'm mixing it together, and this is going to create our more regular skin tone, not the shadowed part. Another thing that I have learned, of course by error, is mixing paint. It's better to mix more than not have enough and then have to go back and try to mix with the same amounts and create the same color. And there was a lot of that issue going on in part 2 when I went to do the background. So yeah, that's just something I could also say that I've learned during this process is more is better. It's better to have more than not enough, for sure. Even with the way that I've like applied that first part with the shadows, like the darker brown, you can see that I was being very conservative with my paint. I was making very thin layers of paint in left color, and with that, it's nice and all with conserving product, but it dries very fast. So when it comes to trying to blend out and create a gradient, it makes it a little difficult because once it's dry, it's dry. This isn't like watercolor paint where you can, you know, add some water to activate it again and work with it a little more. No, once this acrylic paint is dry, it is dry, and you just kind of gotta roll with the punches. So that's basically what you're gonna see me doing. So my strategy was, obviously we have the shadows on what you're looking at as the right side of the picture, and so the light is coming from the left side of the picture. So now I'm doing the actual true skin tone on the left, shadows on the right, and then I was just gonna blend the two together in the middle. So that's the process that you're seeing me do right now, is applying the lighter color brown on the left side to show where the light is kind of hitting the body. Here I'm mixing more paint, trying to accomplish something close to the color that I was working with originally, but like I said, it's difficult, so I just kind of got as close to it as I could, and now I am blending, well, attempting to blend the shadowy parts to the rest of the fill of the body. One thing that I do like about this process and just art in general is that it's all up to you. You know, some people might look at how I'm painting, how thin my coats are, the lack of, you know, gradient in my blending, but you know, that flaw could be another person's style. You know what I mean? Like if you look at painters like Basquiat, and his work is far from traditional, you know what I mean? It could be seen as flawed, or it looks like he made a lot of mistakes, and a lot of the best masterpieces actually do have a lot of mistakes, but you'd never know it because to you it could be intentional. So that's something that I'm learning in this process as well, is, you know, just stand behind what you're doing, own your mistakes too, and you can make things intentional. Nobody knows your thought process while you were painting this. Nobody knows if I meant to, you know, not have it be so blended. Maybe that's my style. Maybe I wanted it more a little bit dramatic or a little bit more abstract. Maybe I didn't want it to be so realistic. Go ahead and provide some feedback by giving this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this kind of content on this channel. Also, comment down below on some more things you'd like to see me try here, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on part 2, where we finish the background and the painting really comes together.